Hello and welcome to another update video about Coinbase. So Coinbase is still coming down here. Over the last week or so, it just moved sideways. We're going to take a look at that in a minute, but I'd really love to see a bit of a reaction to the upside so we can get a bit of better orientation of where we are. Because at the moment of this 2023 low, price moved up in, well, either, in my opinion, a 1-2-1-2 setup. So basically, it is a very bullish setup, so-called 1-2-1-2. But the second wave 2, I would not assume that the low is in yet. So that's the very bullish scenario. We need to turn as long as we are above $56 to make this scenario or to keep this scenario alive. Below 56, this will basically start to die. It's not going to be invalidated until the price is below 46 roughly, 46, 47, but it's going to start to die below 56. That's a 78.6 retracement. We don't want price to go below that level in a wave 2, okay? Because then probabilities start to shift significantly towards a more bearish scenario, which is basically also bullish, but short-term more bearish. And that is basically the assumption that, yeah, we also still rallied in a wave 1, but then the first retracement was not a wave 2, it was just an A wave in the white wave count, then moved up in a B wave, a high B wave, and then coming down in the C wave now. So this would be alive as long as we're holding $39. Below 39, also this is going to die, and then we have to assume that this was just an A, B, C structure and we're breaking to new lows. It is a bit too early to confirm a bearish scenario. It is just something to know about at this stage and to know that the $39 level is the main pivot point between a bullish scenario that could lead to a third wave rally and a bearish one that will send it to new lows and might even lead to, well, it would be a bankruptcy setup, you could say. I mean, then price can come down to $10 and below, right? If it breaks, so 39 is for me, a sustained break below 39 is dangerous. It's really dangerous. It's going to mess the chart up. At the moment, price has a chance, but what I don't like about it, and that is an early warning, is it should have really reacted at the moment. It should have really reacted. So in a previous video, we talked about this trend line. We said we can follow it down lower as long as we are below the trend line. We are still below the trend line. There was a tiny fake out, but we are still below the trend line. However, we are hovering below above support now, the 50% retracement. And such a B wave bounce is really due. A wave B or a wave 2. It is due, and it's important because I cannot really give you much clarity about where we are until I've seen the structure of the move up and until we have had a move up with a confirmed top in place. It's like a signpost. It's like a lighthouse flagpole that we need to establish here so that we can calculate a target for lower. At the moment, this is very, very uncertain. I mean, price is just coming down in a very, very messy structure and isn't showing any reaction. Honestly, a move up is overdue now. Of course, price doesn't need to do it, but for us to get confidence in any kind of wave count, it would be very normal, or it would be important now to see that bounce, and it would be normal. Anything, if it drops and continues to drop like that, yeah, maybe goes to 65 or even 56 without showing a reaction, that would not be normal and would be a warning, okay? What we want to see, ideally next week or so, is a bounce to the upside in a wave 2 or wave B. Resistance is up to $103.60. So that would also be the target, basically, between $90 and $103 roughly. There would be a target for a wave 2 or a B wave. And then from here, we can calculate a target for lower in a third wave or the C wave here. Yeah? The problem is, due to the length of that A wave, yeah, the C wave is going to run out of space. That is not good. I really don't want it to break below the 50% fib level without seeing that bounce. Otherwise, I might start to lean more bearish, okay? So far, we haven't confirmed a low in place anyway, yeah? Even now, if we see a bounce, I would primarily see it as a correction, either the wave B or the wave 2. So not like the final low. I wouldn't assume the final low is in place already. So it would just be a bit of a corrective move up before we go down lower. But again, you know, I need that sort of signpost in place to calculate targets and then also to work on tactics and strategies, right? Because at the moment, sort of we are starting to lose the orientation where we are if the price doesn't start to move up from here. So that's what we need to pay attention to next week. If it just keeps dropping, I mean, it would really be strange because, again, even in the white wave count, we want to see a 5-wave move down. See, the problem is that to get the right proportions, even in the white wave count, we need to see that bounce. If it just keeps dropping, then this wave 1 will extend massively, and it would just drag everything down. It will increase the risk that the $39 level will break. And if that breaks, I said to you, this is not going to be good because then we had a 3-wave move up. I have to assume that Coinbase failed to create impulses to the upside, and then it's going to go to new lows, and that would not be good. So that's an early warning. I just want to mention that to you. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.